Okay, here are the Mod 14 Part 2 notes. This is the last page, page 4. So, a couple more examples here. We have a survey that asked 27 adults, which is our sample size, during the past year about how many books, either hardcover or paperback, did you either read all or part of the way through? So we have an X bar of 18.8 books. We have a standard deviation of 19.8. We want a 99% confidence interval, which means we have an alpha of 0.01. So to find our critical value, our T sub alpha over 2, we've got T dot inverse dot 2T, my alpha, and then my degree of freedom. So if the sample size is 27, degree of freedom is 26. So I should write up here equal T dot inverse dot 2T alpha degree of freedom. Plug this in, I get 2.78. So we are going to find our confidence interval by taking our sample mean. We got plus or minus 2.78 times our standard deviation is 19.8 divided by the square root of the sample size. Be very careful. We use degree of freedoms when we find degree of freedom when we find our critical value, but when we are looking for our confidence interval, we are plugging in the actual sample size. Got 8.21 to 29.39. So we can say we are 99% confident that the average number of books read by an American last year was between 8.21 and 29.39. Example 7. Again, we have a randomly selected sample of N equal 12 FRCC students, asked how much you spent for textbooks. I went to Excel, entered this list, used our average command again. And I got $284.92 as an average. Also the standard deviation. And I got 96.06. We want a 95% confidence interval, which means our alpha is 0.05. We are going to find our critical value, T dot inverse dot 2tail. Here's my alpha, 0.05. If my sample size is 12, my degree of freedom is 11. I get a value of 2.2. My confidence interval, 284.92, plus or minus my critical value times my standard deviation divided by the sample size. I get an interval from 223.91 to 345.93. Example 8 asks us to predict what happens to the width of the interval if we decrease the confidence level. So if we decrease the confidence level, let's look at this. We just did 95. Decrease confidence, say we go to 90. That means my alpha level, the amount in the tails, increases. If the amount in the tails increases, that means the width of the interval also decreases. If we decrease the confidence level, the width of the interval decreases as well.